Hey guys, I have something amazing and exciting that I want to share with you today.
Sadness, depression, ugliness. There's a superpower that trumps them all. And today I hope to open your eyes to this. My name is Duke G. The truth is that there is a superpower within each and every one of us. And that superpower is the power of positivity. The more blindly positive you are, the more powerful you become. And the bigger your positivity power, the better a person you are, and the better chance you have at success in life. So to better help everyone at home keep their positivity power, or PP, as big as it can possibly be, I'm introducing the Big PP shirt. With the Big PP shirt, you can get up every morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and say, yes, my PP is big. For just the cost of a t-shirt on Teespring, tax and shipping handling not included, you too at home can influence yourself to have the biggest PP possible.
So here to perform, Can We Autocorrect Humanity? Please welcome Prince E.
It legitimately surprises me that Prince E has soared to the heights he has in his career. I mean, he's been at it for years for sure, but it's been years of sketchy behavior. I mean, the guy's had his content, his speeches, his social media use. It's all been picked apart for years, like shellfish in a mukbang. Now, despite all that, he's been featured on TV multiple times and hailed as some kind of, like, wise genius to save humanity, some kind of savior. Our Lord, Prince E!
Where are you from, dude? You are so wise. That's really great.
And while a lot of the stuff he was criticized for could be seen as petty, a lot of stuff he did was really shady, and yet he still ends up on TV. It's almost like the message in the moment is more important than honesty, because all that matters is positivity. You know what, Tom, play that clip from last year's video. Whether or not it's intentional, in many cases these creators use misinformation to make their points, and often enough they make extremely flawed points, but their audience praise them nonetheless. Because positivity.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're a douche.
Prince E is notorious online for not only having an ego, but also being less than genuine. He's shown in the past that he can't even handle valid points against his behavior without getting furious. Just look at this now deleted video. You can see in his eyes that he's holding back both tears and the veins in his forehead as he pulls the classic just haters card on his critics. Now, this E-boy has been a good boy for a while now, but boy oh boy did he come back in grand style recently. Now, we always go into a new year expecting big things, innovation, new ideas, not so much old faces with old ideas. The less cool and talented Prince put out a video on January 13th of 2020, I'm starting my own school. So not only is he royalty, he's a motivational speaker and a teacher, and that's on top of being a rapper. Is there anything this man can't do?
I swear I'ma pop and shoot nines. If I gotta hear some more Dr. Seuss rhymes.
Okay, that was very old, but I see why he stopped rapping now. Anyway, he put out this big announcement video of him standing in front of trees. So it's gotta be pretty amazing, I would imagine. So let's take a look.
So for a long time, people have been asking me to create something other than video content, other than social media posts.
Other than video content and social media posts. So I've got to imagine it's a podcast, right? There's no way he's going back to rap. There's no way.
And today, we just started the Prince EA Life School.
This is fantastic. Not only do I get to go back to school again, it's always been a dream of mine to go through more schooling, by the way, but he even changed his name to Prince EA.
Prince E.
Prince E.
Prince E. Prince E.
Prince E is good. Prince EA.
Wait, did he change his name or just never correct anybody when they called him Prince E? Because it's been years now. Well, he's not teaching English, that's for sure.
So as you know, school doesn't teach you everything you need to know to succeed in your life, in your relationships, and in your mindset.
Correct, you are right. School is not a therapist. That is very accurate. I'm right with you, sir.
Every Monday to Friday, I will send you personal messages from me, sent straight to your phone.
It's time. We've been waiting for the second coming, my lord. Praise be he, E. Praise be to Lord E. Only second to Lord Vega. Subscribe to Lord Vega.
These messages will be filled with motivation, with life tips, with mindset tips to help you enhance your life and become the best version of you. It's time.
It's amazing he knows me well enough, without ever actually even meeting me, to know exactly what I need in life to better myself. Isn't it? So let's look at his website, shall we? Introducing Prince EA's daily life lessons, a morning motivation text. That doesn't sound like a school to me. This morning motivation text club is practical daily life advice from me to you, right to your cell phone. From Monday to Friday, I will be sending you 1 minute of content to help motivate your morning and inspire greatness deep within you. Sign up for the Daily Life Lessons with Prince E Text Club, only $9 a month for a limited time. So it's going to go up? Oprah Winfrey said, powerful message and visionary filmmaker. Queen Latifah said, he inspires me. I have no idea who the person in the middle is. Your daily dose of practical life advice sent every single weekday in the form of an audio lesson. And then it's the same text that's at the top of the page again. So they want you to pay $9 a month to get on the ground floor of his motivational text stuff, where he's going to text you an audio file once a day, 20 days a month. About. You realize there's services that do that for free, right? So if you scroll down past the sign-up page stuff, you get to this point where it's basically the about page where all creators and celebrities and all have to kind of suck themselves off to make themselves sound better and attract people to them. I've had the pleasure of sharing my message and inspiring others across many stages, from billions of views across all my social media platforms to sharing my knowledge on Tony Robbins' stage, all the way to being recognized by Oprah. All of this has led me to announce Phase 1 of the Prince EA Life School. Phase 1 of the Prince EA Life School is opening up with my most personal and intimate stage yet, your phone. This is only part 1. That's right, Daily Life Lessons with Prince EA Morning Motivation Text Club is a daily, Monday through Friday, voice message containing practical life advice in the form of a lesson. Oh, I got a message. Remember to change your socks. Helpful. And more importantly, practical. It can take me days, even weeks to create a single YouTube video. With my text club, I'm able to connect with you every weekday, providing you real and actionable advice that can be used in your everyday life. I truly love and appreciate all the positivity I receive when I release a new YouTube video or when I walk onto a new stage, but I've always wanted a way to share my ideas with my supporters on a daily basis. That's exactly what Daily Life Lessons with Prince EA is. It's my way to provide daily value and encourage personal growth without making the personal conversation complicated. I can't wait to share with you my future vision of Prince EA Life School. So there is part of me that hopes that this is a genuine effort from him and not just another way to monetize his audience. But I really don't think so. I'm sure plenty of other creators are going to pay the $9 and they're going to go that route anyway. I don't feel like doing that. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, mailing lists, all viable options among many others, because you could even put out a 1-minute podcast. I'm pretty sure that's doable. If you can put out a 1-minute song on iTunes, you can probably put out a 1-minute podcast. Not to mention, one of the things he's been criticized for in the past was taking quotes from people, putting them on some kind of stock imagery of some kind of beautiful sunset or whatever, and then slapping his name under it, like he's the one that said it first, like it was his quote, and it wasn't. So I would not be surprised at all if some of these 1-minute messages are plagiarized also. And with no credit given is my expectation. I mean, given the fact that you could do this on any social media platform, you could even do it on Patreon and still charge for it. Heck, you could do an OnlyFans and charge for it there too. But instead, this guy that's so focused on the future...
Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Do you prepare students for the future or the past?
Decides to go back to the past and do a mailing list. You're essentially paying $9 a month for the same thing that this $8 motivational calendar gives you. A message a day, except this one doesn't take weekends off. So let me put it to you this way. Let's say he gets 100,000 of his millions of followers across all of his social media platforms. 100,000 people at $9 a month to start, because remember, that's only a limited time. It's a limited time special offer. Get it while it's hot. That's $900,000 a month. Mailing lists for email have been around as long as I can remember. The text version of it was definitely around when I got my first cell phone in around 2008. You could have things like funny joke of the day sent to you every day back then. The only difference is that they're sending you an audio file instead of a written word document. The technology to do this has been around for over a decade. The technology to do this wouldn't cost anywhere near $9 per person a month. Now I get multiple emails a day suggesting I either buy their service, buy their product, or giving me tips about the product that I have already bought. I don't ask for those emails, but sometimes you accidentally miss a box. You miss unchecking that box and you get subscribed to an email list by accident. Well, I'm not paying anything for those emails, for any of those email lists. I'm getting those for free. Now, in all reality, there has been this weird trend lately where creators are using text messaging through different apps to filter text messaging so they can only get text messages from people through a certain hours of the day, things like that. Now, the problem I have with this isn't the fact that he's doing it via text message. It's not the fact that he's making money off of it at all. It's the fact that he's making such a ridiculous amount per person off of this. It's excessive. Andy Milonakis recently announced he's doing something sort of similar. Check this out.
This is my new number. It's part of an app called Community. You don't need any app. You just need to text me, fill out a couple things. And what I'll be using this number for is, yes, I'll be promoting stuff. I'll be telling you when I'm going live. I'll like send you my new music video. I'll tell you when I'm performing in your city, all that stuff. But the best part about it is that I can actually have a one-on-one conversation with all of you guys.
So Andy gave out the number to sign up for free and didn't mention anything about any cost at all. But he mentions the fact that he can even text back and forth with them and actually converse with his audience. Now, before we move on, let me be clear real quick. I don't think there's anything necessarily illegal going on with any of this. I don't think he's breaking any laws or breaking any rules of the platforms either. But there is something very shady and very sketchy about this kind of behavior, especially given his past. I am very interested to see how this works out, see what the final price will actually be, and where phase 2 goes. But in the meantime, I did notice something else that was a little odd when I went looking for this video. The video said his channel trailer was 7 months old, but now it had 2020 in parentheses in the title. But our dearly beloved Prince wouldn't manipulate his way through the system by changing his titles and descriptions and all, would he? I had to be sure. So I went and checked his video page, and what a surprise, there was another one. Only it wasn't just once, it was quite a few of them. It had to be a coincidence, though. There's no way he did this on purpose, right? Our beloved Prince would never trick us this way. Although it is strange because his social blade does seem to show a significant rise in traffic just days before his school announcement video went live, and he hasn't uploaded since about a month before that. So yeah, okay, maybe there's a problem. Now, it's not a big deal for somebody to go change their titles, descriptions, and thumbnails to include more important information that comes out or something like that. What is a little weird and a little shady is changing things just specifically to make it searchable in a new year. I even saw a similar thumbnail when I was looking around. I just couldn't shake the feeling that I saw this thumbnail before. So I simply copied the title of the video, pasted it into Google search, and was shocked to find that he changed the thumbnail from saying 2019 to 2020. Now, once again, this isn't really that huge a deal because he is just changing the thumbnail to make it look like a newer upload for people to find and hopefully get more traction in the year 2020 with an older video. It's a little misleading, but probably not that big a deal from a normal person. But we're not talking about some random dude. This is the positivity guru, the motivational master. Now, that being said, something still didn't quite sit right with me. I couldn't figure out what it was. So I went back and looked at his channel again. I had to be missing something in his videos. Wait a second. No. Is that the same set, the same shirt and everything with a different thumbnail and different title? Only this is 3 years ago instead of a year ago? Okay, I'm done with the stupid surprise voice now. But yes, this was a video from 3 years ago that was essentially just re-uploaded with some changes. Other than stock footage being added to the video, the only thing I could find that was changed was the removal of the 3-second long intro that was on the video before.
One of my favorite stories is about a man. Now, this man is walking down a path.
That's it. They basically just put a couple stock footage clips over the original video, re-subtitled the video, and that was it. Boom, millions of views. As you can see here, I even overlaid one with the other in Premiere, and they're identical, minus the 3-second intro. So not only did he re-upload a video from January of 2017 in January of 2019, with a couple of changes. Then he changed the thumbnail and everything a year later to make the re-upload look like a new upload again to new viewers. Oh, and by the way, he went back to a bunch of those videos and added a link in the description to his school with a little star emoji next to it, just so it pops out at your eyes. Now, none of these by themselves is really that big a deal, but when you take into account who it is and their past, as well as the fact that all of these things happen to coincide all at once, it gets a little bit murkier. On top of that, he's charging $9 for this. Why not just charge $10 at that point? I'll tell you why. Because if you add that extra digit, all of a sudden it sounds like a lot more money. $9 sounds like a lot less money when you're just hearing it in passing. And don't forget, it's a limited time only. You're gonna get charged more later down the road. Watch, it'll probably go up to like $1. And he claims they're gonna be personal messages. He's leading people to believe that it's somehow going to be tailored to them. It's not going to be. It's personal to him, because his money relies on it. Saying that it's a personal message will most likely mislead people to believe that it's going to be a personalized message, somehow tailored to them. I can almost guarantee you what's going to really happen is you're going to get a text message that says, "Good morning, Jake," and then it's just going to have your audio file attached. It's not personal, it's automated. To me, that reads as extremely shady and manipulative, because he seems to be using wording that is going to trick people. Now, I very much could be wrong here, but I find it hard to believe that somebody is that connected and has that much information doesn't realize that saying personal message is going to read as a message from me directly to you. It's going to be personal. It's going to be tailored to you. You're going to get what you need from me that day. When in reality, it's going to be the same message he sends to everybody, or he'll have some kind of randomizer that sends one of 365 messages to his people that day. It's like signing up for a horoscope app expecting to get a different message than everybody else with the same sign as you. It's the same message. It's not personalized. There's nothing special about it. It's the same thing. Now, if he was to see this video, I already know what his response would be, because he said it in the response to Leafy and Buena Band that he deleted.
HIV, hate in the veins. They can see you walk on water and they say, "Psh, yes, it's because he can't swim." They tell you more about what you're not doing than what you are doing, because they live with a permanent negativity bias, a fault-finding mindset. They aren't doing anything significant, so they derive significance from talking about you.
Now, obviously, he's not going to see this video, but even if he did see it, he wouldn't respond to it because it's beneath him. So let me respond to that mindset right now. By that logic, we should be focusing on ourselves and not taking drug dealers off the streets. We should be focusing on ourselves and not stopping dictators from abusing their people. Essentially, all comedians need to quit their jobs because they really can't make jokes about people. We as a people, comedians included, shouldn't be even joking about other people, because it's not our business, and we're insignificant if we think about it. I mean, I'd say Ricky Gervais is pretty significant, and he roasted all Hollywood a couple weeks ago. Now, I'm including this mostly because I'm almost guaranteed to get a bunch of positivity power people in the comments below telling me how I don't understand, I'm just a hater. So I'm preemptively responding to that, because I'm not going to reply to those comments, because they're not going to watch this point of the video, because they won't watch the whole video to actually get a full scope of what I'm saying. The intended joke being that I could just copy and paste the timestamp to this moment in time to every one of them as a reply. And now that I've had my fun, it's time to thank my patrons, Bo Blacks, Tipster, and Pantsless Gamers. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. And thank you to everyone else watching this video as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing. Let me know down below what you thought. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.